Well, this is going to be a video on not really how to, but can you salvage a pretty decent wooden toilet seat that's just over 20 years old and still got years of life in it, except, as you can see, the hinges are broken. Now, there's a few photographs right when I make the video that should appear in front that will show all the hinges laid out and in still photographs, so they should be easier to view, and also one to show, well, I'll explain why they break anyway. So there's nothing really wrong with the toilet seat. It's nice and shiny, it's still right. There's a little bit of wear and tear, but not enough to don't bother me as a bloke. Yeah, the chrome has started to come off what now appears to be brass fittings, so they're not as bad as I thought. I thought they'd be horrible Mazaki type stuff, and I thought they'd actually sheared off, but once it did come apart, you suddenly realise that the pivot is actually plastic. Here's what's left of one of them here. Then they just snap off. You obviously use it as a seat sometimes with the lid down, and the sheer weight of your body eventually cracks the plastic. And you can't mend them. The brass bit is perfectly okay, as are the fixings, the screws. But that is swaged in. That means the plastic's put in and then the metal's crimped around it by some machine somehow or other, and there's no way you can get that out. So I've got to buy a whole new hinge set, including the bits down here, the bolt to the toilet pan. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Now, so the first thing to do is to take these bits of, no, I'll show you what I bought first, because I did some research. I don't know what you can see, because this toilet's only 3 foot wide and I'm quite a big bloke, so it's quite a tight fit in here, and the fan noise you can hear in the background is tied into the light, so I can't turn it off to keep it quiet. So I looked on the internet all over the place. I thought, as an engineer, why don't we have stainless ones of these? It's a no-brainer on an area of a toilet where men miss sometimes, and it gets all around the mountains. You might wipe it off and it gets around the screw fixings, yeah, and all the rest of it. And then you get the hard water, so you spray it with the old acidy type stuff, i.e. this type of stuff, you know, limelight to get rid of any chalk marks, what have you. So they have a hard time, those hinges, hence the chrome comes off. So I thought, so why don't they make them out of stainless? So I was searching the Google stainless toilet fixings, and there's loads of hits on stainless ones. And you zoom into the picture, and I know what a stainless steel looks like as an engineer, and they're not stainless steel, they're all chrome. Some people just haven't got a clue what stainless steel actually looks like. But there's an opening in the market for any toilet fixture manufacturers. Why don't we not make these things out of stainless? It'd be a lot better. Anyway, I chose at the end of the day this one. It's Fluidmaster, it says, but it's sold by that'll come to me. I've got it. Oh, it's on the bill, isn't it? Not Screwfix. What used to be Screwfix, the bloke who owned it. What's it called now? Oh, good. I don't know. They don't let me say. Anyway, that type of company. The one across the road. Oh, Tool Station. That's it. Tool Station. Yeah, they're not much. I don't know. How much was it? Oh, £11.50. So, it's a lot cheaper, and however much one of these wooden toilet seats will cost. So let's have a look at the bits. So you can see I genuinely have not opened this up. This is actually alive. I haven't got a clue whether it's going to work, so I said, can I do it? Never done it before. So I open it up and hope I don't pour all the bits down the toilet, because there's rather a lot of bits in there. So start off with those. Of course, the hinges are all one piece. That's how a hinge should be. So they're swaged to get rid of that bit. They're swaged together. They don't come apart. Hence why you probably can't mend them. So, right, So does it actually look like one of those? The main thing is you've got the hole here underneath that goes through the porcelain, and you've got these alignments here and on the lid there and there. So these are, or there and there by the looks of it, they've got to equal that. It looks alright, and the hole and the pitch there to there has got to match that and that. And so they're not identical. I can see there's a widening there, and this one is tapered. Can you see? Yeah. So let's take some of these off using a posi drive. Lucky they're into wood, so they're not seized, unlike if they were into metal. See me arm, can't you? I wonder how many things I'm going to drop into the toilet doing this. I might use the same fixings again, so then they match the threads that they formed in a wood, which is probably some form of MDF, I guess. Moulded MDF, not actual wood. Well, there they are. Put them there. That one. What's that? That's a bit of, it's a bit crap. That's all manky, as it would be. That's what men's piddle does, I suppose, on the inside. Put them over out of one side and do the other one. I'll have to stop and clean the bits and pieces, won't I? Not sort of thing in video. Another one, go over there. Right, I'll pause the video while I clean that one. Just had a thought to remove the verdigris. I use this stuff, which is a limelight again, because I know that that is quite good at removing verdigris, which is the oxide of copper, the green coloration. Well, that's got most of the verdigris off, giving it a wipe with a damp cloth. Got most of it off. Well, while I was doing it, I was looking at these, looking at the new hinges, and the orientation of the post, hinge post, to the base plate to match that one, or similar to it. My one's that way round, but when these come down, the screw holes are at the top. Well, we can consider this toilet seat is upside down and the screw holes are at the top, then there's something wrong there. They need to be that way around to actually fix when you actually use it properly. And then that post is at the wrongest side. But luckily, looking underneath, there's a screw. So I assume I can just undo that. The best thing doing these things in your hand. And hopefully you can just turn that around. Like that. Yeah. Turn it around and do it up again. And it's now the right way around. So when these are actually underneath when it's attached properly. So that's what I've got to do. Whether that applies to you, I don't know. Yeah. You can align them. Just twiddle the plate round a bit. Get it right. It needs to be tightened up before you assemble it, because once it's in the toilet, there's no way you can do it. Get it as tight as you can, and then align the 3 holes in line with the centre lines of these. Right, can I do that? Yeah, like that. Because it's a screwdriver, you'll never get it super tight, and you probably don't want to. So there's that one. I've got to do the other one. Loosen it. I was very loose anyway. Turn it around, approximately aligned, tighten it up and do the final adjustment with a tweak. And you have to be very careful when you do it. Make sure you really hold things nice and tight, and you've got the right fitting screwdriver in there, so that screwdriver doesn't slip and goes into your hand. It's not the sort of thing you can put in a vise very easily. There we go. Has that got square to the screen-ish? There you go, that's sort of right, isn't it? I'm sure there's minor tweaks you can do when you're fitting it. So, you know, where I looked at that, I immediately thought, oh god, they sold me a back to front one, they've assembled it wrong on the production line, but no. So now put this to one side, and I'll do the same with these. Again, so you can see the boss on there, it's broken, snapped off on that one. You can see the verdigris got in there, it's been broken a long time, chrome comes off. And it doesn't affect the performance of it because it's brass, and brass is pretty, doesn't need chrome. The chrome is just there to look pretty. Right, so I'll undo these ones as well. Come undone pretty easily. I suppose electric screwdriver would be quicker, but as it's in wood, I want this more control. These might be stainless steel screws actually, because they're not damaged. I have to give them a little clean before I put them back. They've got crud underneath their heads, seeped in. That one, oh, it's not so bad. Oh, this is the top one. You don't wheel on the top one, do you? You get it out of the way. Get them out of the way. Shame. You could make them into fishing lures and put a hook on the end. Cheap wobble bait or something. For pike or bass. One of my hobbies, as you might know. Right, I'm going to spray some of the acid on it again. Still some. Put you on pause. It does its job. A little agitation with an old toothbrush is a good idea. Never throw away old toothbrushes. That's working well. Yeah. Get that out like that. Same with that side. And of course you've got the water supply with the basin. Tight sleeve. Excellent. Same with the cloth we used to clean the bathroom with, rather than toilet paper. There you go, let's wipe that off. Careful not to knock the screws down the toilet, which I have cleaned before doing this job, just in case. And they don't want you looking down seeing skid marks, do they? A bit of toilet paper is good for drying it, I think. To attach these hinges, don't we? Make sure we get them the right way round so they align. So using that, line them up to the old hinges so I know which one's the inner ones and which one's the outer ones. So that goes like that. So hang on. Oh yes, it's back to front neck. Got to do it this way round to know what I'm doing. This way round. Like that. Then I can work out which is which. Right, that's up to there. So that'll be that one. You can tell from here, I suppose, which are the in ones and out ones. You can tell by how far apart the screw holes are. You witness the other one. So this is the outer, furthest out is the seat, and the lid is the one that's on the inside. So based on that, and the fact, looking sideways, that this one is lower than that one, I presume the lid will be the higher one. So that makes some logical sense. So that must go this way around then. It's easy to get all this wrong. So I have now got to screw those in there. Hope those holes are the same. They look like they are, so let's put one in. Don't know if you can see anything bothering my shoulder, but it's a bit precarious. Get these in there. Well, let's get that screw started first so it strips out. Going. The next screw going. Started by hand. Should just go in. The glasses will stop steaming up. Going, look at this. Hope that goes in and grips. If it doesn't, doesn't seem to be gripping it. What is that? I'll have to lift it up, I can't see what I'm doing. Sorry about the shot now. What's that with these screws? Aren't they tightening up? Are they? You can't over tighten these things. Ah, good. Phew, I had a worry there that the screw is threaded strip. You nip them up. As soon as you feel it tight, just tight, you stop. Because this is MDF and there's no proper grain in there. It'll just rip the wood stuff out. Right, now I'll do the one on the other side. This will be chicory pokery doing a lot of this, I'm afraid. Now, which one is it? There's two of these, a short one and a long one. That's the short one. Right, so that's got to go like that then. Put that over there like that. Put that down there. Put a screw in. I'll take my glasses off. I can't see. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm doing. Try and get the damn thing started. I can't see the hole. Put the glasses on, they're all steamed up, I can't see the hole. I'll get one in, then the other one should align naturally, shouldn't it? There's that one started. Go over there, you, before you fall in. Fiddly. It's best you actually took these away from a toilet area and somewhere comfortable. Table or on the floor, I suppose. Let's put it. Just got tight. Just gone tight. Now it's upside down. We can put this one in. We're still filming. We are. Okay. So. Now put this one in, flip them back, on top, over here, let's hope they still align. This will be the big test, well, one of the big tests. Right, can I see a bit better now? Where's the holes? Where's the old holes? Where are they? Get one going, then the other should follow. Just can't see. Come on, glasses, stop really well. As a towel. I believe you get messed up trying to do this job because I'm filming them, so I'm slightly nervous of you, see. I'll cock it up. Right, get that in there. Go on, get in that hole. Oh, this is fiddly. The lighting in here isn't brilliant. How about that one then? I'm sure it's a hole there, isn't it? Is that it? I don't know what I'm looking at. I think you're in a hole, no you're not. So we'll get one started, the other should be alright. Let's put it in. I've no idea if toilet seats come with pre-drilled holes if you buy new ones. And if they don't, God, that'd be a fiddly job doing this. It really would. Now, one of the tricky bits is, will that fit or won't it? This one, I can't see it in a minute. Put that one in anyway. There you go. Can't see nothing much to see. Just me struggling. There, that one. That one's in. Let my glasses clear a moment. Right, I've got the toilet seat in my hand so you can see it. I'll be careful I don't drop it and twist it. But there's the holes you've got to meet. See, there and there with my thumb. And get this bracket back in. And now you've got to align, which I can't see down there, so I might have to do it up here by hand. As in holding it so I can see the blooming holes. But it's so slippery, all these shiny surfaces. I have to put it down. I have to give this bracket, what can you see? See it? Twist that round a bit. That might help. That I told you about before. That bit doesn't twist, does it? Well. A struggle. Now, as soon as I lean forwards, the glasses steam up. I need to be upright. Let's clean my glasses with a bit of bog paper. I don't know. It's ridiculous, this. Probably you're getting older and you can't see. Need glasses for everything. Bloody annoying. Get that out of the way. Now, I'll have to wiggle and fiddle. Yeah, they do align. That's aligned under duress, but it's aligned. Probably can't, so I don't know if you can see it enough. Just get the screw in there. And if it doesn't ping out while I'm turning it. So once you get it in there, it'll be alright. Yeah, turn it back round here again. Yeah, that got it in there. Right, carry you. That one's got to go in, has to fit this one. And the problems with countersunk screws is there's no adjustment. They fit where they fit because of the tapers of the countersink. So tight. Put that in. With your thumb, your finger over the top, make sure it's under flush. Final tweak, make sure it's right. Right. That's those mounted on the wooden parts anyway. Right, turned it upside down. Now I notice there is a problem, but not an unsurmountable one. What I will do is, if you look at the look at the alignment here against the white, you can see that the lid is set further back than it should be. So they're not as universal as you can. You can see, where are we? Here, there's quite a big gap between the back of between the hinge bit here, lump, pivot point, and the back of the wood. Get it like that. Now, compared with the one on top, they should be sort of aligned with each other. So, not much I can do about that. Not without drilling a new hole. But, well, I could do that later maybe. But let's persevere. So anyway, put that to one side, and now we've got to remove the old ones of those. Now, the other day, because I know that would be a tricky thing to do, I checked the underneath of these, and the thread going through the stud is clamped down with a metal wing nut, and this side is fine. This side was rusted solid, but so I gave it a squirt of this stuff plus gas, which is designed to free up nuts and bolts. Old school one. Don't use WD-40. It is not a penetrating oil. Some people try it. It might work, it might not, but this is designed for the job. There are probably other makes available, but this is very fine fluid that gets in there, and it worked. Now, to get them apart, I did it like this. I can't show you because there's the wing nuts right under there, underneath. But that is perfect for a metal wing nut. The round bit, the nut bit goes there, and a wing can go in there, and a wing can go in here, and you just clamp it, hold it, and using an adjustable spanner on these like that. Now they're broken off, I can get hold of them. See, and I can hold the wing nut underneath and loosen it off, and the rest of it you do by hand. So I've already done the loosening bit. Oh, I protected the carpet underneath by putting a bit of kitchen towel down there so it didn't run down onto the, well, you shouldn't chalk this up, camera. My mother, who likes carpet everywhere, she even once had it in the kitchen. Bad idea. But she even got it in here, so it should really be lino or something, or stone tile, shouldn't it really, for liquids, in other words. Anyway, that protects the carpet of the plus gas running down. So this is the rusty one, and it should just come undone. It's easier to undo the top, to twist the top bit, than the wing nut. And these threads are ridiculously long. But it's coming undone all right, as you see. That worked. It worked very well. And my glasses get more and more steamed up. Come on. Good grief. Why do they make these so long? And again, the thread really should be stainless steel, not whatever it's made out of, zinc plated steel. Grief, it's still coming undone. Imagine not doing that with a spanner. It won't come off yet. Grief. Oh, it has. I don't know what you can see, I can't see a thing, but there it is. Got a gasket and thing, which the new one supplied in there. Hope it's focusing. Anyway, put that to one side, it's all manky. Oh, where's that bit of tissue paper? That'd be handy, wouldn't it? Yeah, and all the other manky bits. Yeah, don't want that much. Right. I suppose it's oily because it's got the plus gas on it. Anyway, make it not too bad. Let's demonstrate this wing nut thing. So there's a wing nut. Right, and as you can see, that fits in there quite well. And one is adjustable. I think what do you call these things? Ones that you can do all sorts of things like that anyway. There you go. So now we do the other side. Oh, that just fell off. It went in the toilet. Lovely. I'll come back for that later. I don't want it anyway. Anyway, clean up the mess, the mucky bits with that bit of tissue paper. Might as well. You can always clean it with a bit of this, I suppose. That sift stuff. Put it underneath so we can go through the carpet. Oh, someone's ringing the phone. I'm not answering it, I can't. Right, clean the hole up in the underneath area, which is reasonably clean anyway. Make it look reasonably clean. Right, I'll get that out of the toilet, there's nothing in here. Come here. There it is. That can go in there now. Right, now we have to assemble all the bits. There's the diagram. Various plastic, and the nut is a plastic nut in this case. It's still a wing nut. Even though the diagram shows a hexagonal nut, the very bottom shows a hexagonal nut. It's not. It's a plastic type wing nut, as you can see here, which is better. It means it won't ever seize. So now we've got to hold the whole toilet thing. Let's go down the back of that. Like that. There we go. So put this on the toilet upside down. Reverse assembly order, I suppose. Like that. Now these studs obviously go into the thread there. Ideally they should be Loctited in. They only go in about 1.5 turns. You can't turn it very well by hand, can you? Right. Yeah, a bit of Loctite would be handy for those. They don't say use Loctite, do they? Well, not the average person would have Loctite. If you're a biker or classic cars, you will have. If you're not, you won't. Let's give that a good old going in there. Oh, it twisted the whole thing, didn't it? This point. Yeah, before you're finished, make sure these are done up tight again. There you go. Right, now on top of those goes these plastic washers thingies. Let's assume that little ridge around there fits them inside that to centralise it better. Oh, you've got 2 holes. I didn't know that. You've actually got 2 holes there for the thread. That must go like that type of thing, I guess. Like that. I can see them being a problem aligning those. Now, according to the diagram, that's all you can do at the minute. You can't put any more of those bits on because they're on the underside. So that'd be fun. Let's turn it upside down then and see how all the bits fall off. Yeah, I said they'd fall off, and they did. And this is going to be fun. So next goes on the cone washer and the flat washer. There's a cone washer. So it's coned one way and flat on the other, and they go together like that, and that's the nut beyond. So feel down there for it, which is miles too long. It needs cutting off really. That should be a thing you could do. Let's do that at a later date. Just take it off when you know how long it is, mark it and hacksaw it off, and then file it so you don't. Okay, let's get that one started. And this one. Yeah, of course that thing's about 4 inches long. Ridiculously long. Longer than the original one was, which was about 2.5 inches long. Yeah. If the nuts start easy, even upside down they start easy. That's good. And of course now you can't twist the top bit because it's attached to the toilet seat, so you've got to do the whole rooming length. Yeah, well, time for a pause for that one, I think, isn't it? Hands and knees job. Oh, I can't bend over to do this. That's better. I've definitely got that right, haven't I? Yeah, cone and that washer, yeah. Okay. It goes on alright. Being plastic, or nylon-ish, very smooth turning. It's not loose. But you couldn't use a power tool on it. Definitely a good idea to cut it to length first. Come on, we got there yet. Right, I'll nip that one up. Do this side, which will be harder because I'm right-handed. I've got to remember to turn it the right way. If it goes up, am I doing it right? Oh, is that right? Come on, keep going. sure I'm not undoing it. That's right. I can feel the thread kicking out the bottom now. Need a left-handed mate to do this. Not do the bad back any good either. There's a better way of doing this. Some decorative stainless nuts and bolts we would attach from the top really would be a better idea than this. These hidden fixings are all very well, but what a palaver they are. Come on, are we there yet? The little boy to his mum and dad in the car. Right, let's nipped it up. I know this is wrong. Next thing to do is to check the... Try to tighten it up. Will that actually stay up? Phew, it does. And will that stay up? Yeah. There's always a risk with these being not quite the right point that it that they fall over. I did at a friend's house once. I had to correct their toilet because they'd assembled these hinges the wrong way around, so it wouldn't stay up. It leant too much far forward. Right, I'm going to do them tight now because these are plastic, and you can't over tighten them with your hands unless you're a muscle man. There's that one. Make sure they're square, even sided, you know. Something like that anyway. Ooh. There we go, that's tight. I'll try to stand up, at least I can push down on it now. Oh, there you go. That's not right, but it's alright. I mean, it's not correct, I mean. There, I'll get my shadow out of it. On my foot. So there you go. Seems alright. Up. Up. Fine. Yeah. Not perfect, but probably a lot easier than the new one, unless the new one comes with pre-drilled holes, which I doubt they do, unless they come with their own fixings, which they might, I don't know. I've never bought one. I think the builder who converted this old 1940s house back in 2000 and, well, about 2000, put it in. All I've done is change the ball valve for one of those things. Dudley Duo, you can't see, Dudley Duo flush. That won't work well. Anyway, you can put aftermarket new hinges on your toilet seats if it's one you like, rather than buying a new toilet seat. Okay, thanks for watching.